Welcome everyone to BC Mortgage Insider. I'm Anthony Mortgage Broker, and today we're here at 1171 with.
Hi, I'm Madison Allen with Remax Generation. I'm a real estate agent. Today I'm going to be giving you a tour of this 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 1,500 square foot townhome. So come on, take a look. Alrighty, so starting with the first floor, we've got a beautiful open concept living room, kitchen, dining room. All of the kitchen is high-end appliances. We've got quartz countertops. And then just right off the kitchen, we've got a lovely little patio. Great for entertaining. And then, if you just follow me, we've got a nice sized bathroom, powder room. And then we've got a utility room with a hot water tank. And just off that is the laundry slash mud room. And one good thing is every single unit comes with a single car garage. So I'm going to take you guys up to the second floor now. So we've got the primary bedroom. With the primary bedroom, we've got a nice deep walk-in closet, tons of storage, tons of clothing space. And then we walk into the ensuite with a nice walk-in shower. And then I'll take you guys to the next bathroom, which has a nice deep tub. And then we've got some more closet space, linen, great for linens, blankets and whatnot, all with built-in storage. We'll come up to the next bedroom, which is great for an office, a playroom, just an ordinary bedroom. And then we've got the last bedroom, which is my personally favorite because you have a wicked deck. And it's the only unit in the entire development that gets their own deck off the bedroom.
Thank you everyone for joining in on this tour today. If you have any question about this unit, contact Madison. I'll put all the details down below. And now we're going to go to my office. We're going to go through the whole calculation, see if you qualify for it.
Have a great day, you guys.
Bye. All right, welcome back everyone. Now we need to find how much money do we need to close the deal. So we're gonna have to find a couple things: down payment, CMHC, the total mortgage, your monthly payment, your GDS, TDS. We're gonna have to find out the GST, the PST, the transfer tax, and a couple other little details that we're gonna cover today. So first thing first, let's find out what our down payment is. So in this scenario, we want to put a minimum down payment. Let's say we negotiated the price at $750,000. We're going to calculate for the first $500,000 we're going to times that by 0.05. It's going to give us $25,000. Then we need to calculate the remainder of that at a 10%. So we're going to take, in this case, $250,000 times 0.1. It's going to give us $25,000 for a total of $50,000. That is our down payment. We have to pay the CMHC, which is the default insurance for the bank, not for you, in case you default. So how do we calculate that? $750,000 minus your down payment, $50,000 equals $700,000. Then we're going to take $700,000 divided by $750,000. It gives us 93.3%. This is the first bracket, which is between 90.01 to 95%, which is 0.04. So we're going to take $750,000 times 0.04. It gives us $28,000. Total both of those, $700,000 plus $28,000 gives us $728,000. This is your mortgage. Now we need to find your monthly payment, right? So if you have a financial calculator like so, you can follow those steps. One thing we have to keep in mind is when a bank or a lender presents you an interest rate, it is compound semi-annually. We need to change that to monthly rate. So we're going to enter our interest per year, 4.01. Then our period per year is 2. Then we're going to solve for efficient, which is give us 4.142025. Now we gotta change the period to 12 months. So re-enter period with 12. We solve for nominal rate, which is 4.065412. Then we're gonna enter the future value. We'd like that to be 0, right? We don't want to have to owe money at the end of the term or the amortization. Then we're gonna end up with the present value, 728,000. For this scenario, we're gonna go with a 25-year mortgage. So that turns out to be 300 period, 300 months. Enter that in N, and then we're gonna solve for payment. In this case, our payment will be monthly of 3,868.994298. Okay, but that's your monthly payment. That is not your qualifying payment. To qualify for the mortgage, the central bank and the government decided to impose, in this case, 2 point higher in interest. See if you're able to resist the woes on the interest rate. So we're gonna have to readjust. We're gonna re-enter the interest per year, 6.1 per year 2. We'll solve for the efficient, which is 6.193025. Then we're gonna enter the new period, which is 12. And we're gonna solve for the nominal rate, which is 6.023894. If you erase the data, we're gonna re-enter the future value of 0, the present value of 728,000, the number period of 300. We solve for payment. It gives us a monthly payment of $4,701.125. And next, we have to fund the qualified payment. So to do that, we're going to re-enter our interest rate. So interest per year, 6.1. Period per year, 2. We're going to solve for the efficient rate, or the effective rate, 6.193025. Then we're going to change the period. We're going to change it to 12. We're going to solve for the nominal rate, 6.023894. Then we're going to enter the future value of 0, our present value of 728,000, and then the number of period again, which is 300, and then we're going to solve for payment, which is going to leave us with $4,701.1528779. So the next thing we have to find is your GDS. To find the GDS, we have 2 other data that we need. We need the property taxes and we need the heat for the condo. We also need, in this case, since it's a condo, we need the condo fee, which in this case is $366. We times that by 0.5, which equal 183. So to find the property taxes in BC, the rule of thumb is 0.005 times $750,000, which is the property price. In this case, it gives us $3,750. Now we need the monthly payment, so we're going to divide by 12, which gives us $312.5. The rule of thumb, we're going to enter 100 for condos, and then when we calculate the condo fees for qualification purposes, we enter 50% of the condo fee, so $183. Now we have all the data that we need to find our GDS. In this scenario, we're going to assume that we have a credit score above 680. So let's calculate first what would be the amount of money that you need to do monthly and per year to afford that mortgage. And then we're going to see the difference with the qualifying rate and see how the qualifying rate affect your buying power. So we take our monthly payment, we add to that the property taxes, heat for condos, and then the condo fee. It gives us $4,464.494298. Then we're going to divide the new number by 0.39 to find our monthly income, right? Because the bank says that only 39% of your monthly household income can go towards the payment of your mortgage and its essentials. So in this case, you would need $11,447.421277 to be able to afford the mortgage. 12 to find our yearly income. It's $137,369.0555324. Now let's see what you actually need to qualify. So we do the same calculation for the mortgage plus the other fees, which gives us a total of $5,296.652878. We're going to divide by 0.39. It gives us $13,581 or 161225. Right, $1,000 difference right there. Now it times out by 12, it's $162,973.934705. See here, we have almost a $30,000 difference between what is your actual interest rate and what would be the qualifying interest rate. All right. Next, we have to find what is your TDS, your total debt service ratio. The bank says at that credit score, you can only have 44% of your monthly household income going towards paying your mortgage and all the essential for that mortgage and all other debts. That's your car payment, your credit card, your personal loan that you have, anything that reports to the credit bureau goes in there. Let's find out how much money do you have free outside of your mortgage payment for all the other debts. So with the TDS, or total debt service ratio, which is 44%. The bank says, I'm comfortable to lend you money if only 44% of your monthly household income goes towards paying the mortgage and all other servicing debt. In this case, we're going to take the maximum amount minus the GDS, and we're going to see what remains for all other debt. So in this case, 44% of $13,581 is $5,975.710939. We're gonna minus the GDS on that. It's gonna give us a total of $679.058061. So you have less than $700 for your car payment, any credit card payment, and any personal loans, etc. So we found those two numbers. Now we gotta find out the property transfer tax. How do we calculate the property transfer tax? It's on the price of the purchase, and it goes like so: 0.01% of the first $200,000, so $2,000. Then we're gonna calculate the remainder at 0.02% of the $550,000, which gives us $11,000. The total property transfer tax for this scenario is $13,000. Now, if you're a first home buyer, this condo is below $836,000. You qualify for $8,000 discount on this bad boy. Next, of course, the government wants that sweet GDS, GST. So 0.05 times $750,000, $37,500 in GST. Now, provincial government wants that sweet PST, but they give you a little gift. They only count PST on the CMHC. In this case, it's 0.07 times 228,000 equals $101,960. Now, all the other little costs that we don't really think about at the beginning. Legal fee in BC, it's between $1,200 to $2,000. The title insurance, $300 to $500. An appraisal, $300 to $500. Home inspection, $400 to $600. And then because it's a condo, the strata document review to $400. So what is our newly built upfront cost? Well, our $50,000 down payment, $13,000 in PTT minus $8,000 if you were a first home buyer. Appraisal, $500. Title insurance, $500. Legal fee, $2,000. GST, $37,500. Home insurance, $1,500. So the estimate upfront cost is $105,000. If you leave our first home buyers, it's about $97,000. Ladies and gentlemen, any other question do you guys want? Put it down below in the comment, in the description below. I will put Madison information if you want to buy a house or sell. If you want to do any of that, please contact her down below. I'll put all my information below if you guys have any other questions, or if you want to sell, hit her up. She's amazing. If you have any question about mortgages, hit me up. If you want to see this scenario in a 30-year amortization, let me know down below. If you want to see a calculation to see how much interest is paid over that 30-year amortization, let me know. I'll do another video with those. See you later.